Well, howdy folks. I know it's been a while since I posted anything. It's been crazy busy around here. But we have a box. What we have in the box, I don't know, should I say what it is or should we just do the unboxing? Oh, well, we have enough suspense. So, we know there's something in the box. And for those of you out there who are familiar with Lyfen, you'll know that that's a Lyfen bike inside there. What we got here is a new facelift 2021 KP Mini. And I was going to take a picture of the side of this box here. I don't know if it'll even zoom in, but it'll tell us the case, the model. It's a 157 FMJ SS3, which is the facelift, and it is orange. Hence the orange sticker. And it tells the engine code, which is, I don't even know if that's coming out on here, 157 FMJ, and it's got a VIN. So anyway, we've been busy with stuff, moving our coffee roaster, moving our offices, so this has been on the back burner too, which I ain't got a whole lot more to complete, but I did get these tires on here. Freaking knobby suckers. But yeah, that's an espresso machine I'm working on. So anyway, let me get this camera mounted onto the tripod, and then we will cut the box open and see what we're looking at. So I'll be back in a second. Oh, and before I mount it onto the tripod, the gang is all here. We got Chuck, we got Bean, we got Cat Dog, who is sound asleep. Oh, she's waking up to the camera. And then we got Chloe, the Nerado doll. Ain't that right, Chloe? These are my garage pals. They help me work on everything. Actually, they don't work on anything. They just lay around and sleep and beg for treats. So anyway, I'll be back here shortly. See, now wasn't that quick? All right. So we have our fancy razor tool here. Cut this stuff off. And try not to cut our fingers off. Really need a box cutter. I took it up to our new shop and forgot to bring it back. But who needs a box cutter, right? Put this over here. That's a big box. That'll be some good bird pile material. That should stay. All right. I don't know what the video is seeing here because I can't see the video from over there. So we have stuff. We have a box. We'll set that down over here. We have more plastic wrap. I have no idea what I have to put on the bike. These zip ties, these they got wrapped up in here. So we've got this poking through. I have no idea how they tied that like that. It truly is a work of art. So that said, let me see if I can round up some side cuts. Oh, we have side cuts right here. I was a little bit, just a tiny little bit prepared for this. Let's see if this will cut. Yeah, it's still kind of chilly here. Well, southeast Indiana. Yesterday was like 38 degrees and it was snowing. Today it's like 50. It's kind of chilly out though. Get this taken off the bike so I can get all the plastic wrap off of it. Yeah, I should be playing that Carly Simon song, or actually used to be, yeah, Carly Simon, or the Heinz ketchup commercial, the Anticipation song. I have no idea. I got pictures online of them, but the pictures are never that good. So. But as you can see in the picture here, this thing is pretty well wrapped. What else do we got here? Yeah, it's pretty sharp looking. Kind of edgy. These do make really good ties. So the ones you don't have to cut off, keep. Now, see, let me come back around here so I can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so we are looking at the front of the bike. It's pretty sharp looking. All right, so I think I'm going to wait to take those off so they're not banging around on stuff. We'll get the seat cover here in a minute. Oh, we have another box down here. And another really, really long zip tie. Fell behind here and broke the knob. Way to go, Greg. Alright, so we got another box here. We'll open that up in a minute. Alright, so we need to get the handlebars on. Get some things disconnected. These are silica packets. Do not eat these. Just saying. Alright, so what else do we want to do here? Do we have more stuff down here? Yes, we do have more stuff. More stuff. I don't know what this stuff is. There's lots of stuff to unwrap. I have no idea what this piece is. It's a bracket of some sort. We'll find out. There's a washer. Okay, so what do we want to do? Okay, we're strapped down here at the bottom still, so I don't think it's going to go anywhere. But all these bolts have to come out. I believe they 10 mil? Let's see here. Yes, they are. Well, at least when you get these things, if you ever need a bunch of 10 millimeter bolts, you got them. Okay, so let's take this top part off here. This was delivered by Roadrunner, and they backed it up to the door here. And we slid it right in. Unlike R&L, who, if you remember the misadventures of the big dog, they dropped it, literally dropped it in the driveway. So, the guys at Roadrunner, very nice. Appreciated that. Not that the bike weighs that much anyway. No. I think 200. That box said maybe 200, 300 pounds, something like that. So much for the anticipation now, right guys? I couldn't play it anyway because I'm sure it's copyrighted. And YouTube would have flagged me. This thing ain't gonna. No, it ain't gonna work. So good. Should be able to lift this off here. Just slide this over here with this. And I'll go ahead and take these bottom ones off. Nice color. Very pretty orange. I was debating between the orange or the blue. I like blue too, but I like orange. I like orange better than blue. And if you've seen my Van video, it's orange. So I got a thing for orange. And the I don't know, did I do a video on the CB400? I painted it orange, so. Anyway, orange it is. I'm sure there's a corny saying I could be saying orange it happy or something like that, or maybe I'm to be confused with the annoying orange. Okay. That is the top of the rack. let me see if I can not jiggle you guys too much. Lift up the tripod, kind of walk around. That's the new front end on it. It's pretty sharp. And it does have red painted calipers. We got some nice graphics on the side. We got a red caliper in the back. We got handlebars are down in there, so I got to disconnect those, take those out. There's a lock right here, so maybe it's a lock for the seat. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. And this is the side, left side. It does have the folding foot pegs here in the back. There's our cluster. Same gas cap that's on the Expect. And I wonder if these lights actually work. It does says DOT on it. That's really fun getting that out of there. I don't know, maybe they're LEDs. Guess we'll find out once we get the battery and stuff hooked up to it. So let's put you back over here. And let me move over here, because we've got something over here. The handlebars for one of them. Yep, that is a set of handlebars. The rubber band covering the exhaust, keep it from getting scratched up. It is carbed, which I'm kind of surprised they did a carb on it, because both the Expect and the KPM are fuel injected. So, but anyway, we'll set the handlebars over here, move the camera back around, and then actually I'm going to aim it down towards the ground here. We'll get this box here. See what we got in this. Camera thing around, make sure you're seeing me and not looking it off into something else. So here we go. Get my fat feet out of the way. See what we got in this box. Okay, what is this? This is, looks like the handlebar bracket. We have our owner's manual, registration warranty card, and there is instructions on something. The assembly guide. So this says tighten steering bar bolts, fix the steering bar on the upper of bridge by hexagonal wrench. Okay. Set up your handlebar switch, braking handle, and clutch lever. Fix handlebar switch by cross tool. Fix braking handle and clutch lever by 8-number shaft sleeve. That makes a whole lot of sense right there, guys. Set up your rear view mirror. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm thinking a car here, rear view mirror. Take off seat assembly, put battery in battery box. Must correct link power line. I think they need to work on the Chinese English thing. Alright, so what do we got here? We got a couple of straps, looks like tie straps, probably for the handlebar, cables, some of those little plugs that go into the nuts. We have a toolbox. toolkit. We have a battery. This is, it's your regular crappy acid battery. So I don't know how much starting we'll get on tonight with that. We'll have another box. Let's see what this is. Now see, the battery with the Expect is it's an AGM battery. It's actually pretty light. So there's a standard battery. There's our mirrors. So we got mirrors. The rear view mirrors. That's what we got right there. All right. We got cool looking tires. They're street tires. Those will probably last me maybe a month because I'm putting dual sport tires on this thing. So let's go over here again. Move you guys around. Don't want to miss all the action here. Put you up. We'll disconnect. Actually, what are we going to do here? I need this part. I know I need this part. Get these parts out. And those are 8 millimeters. These are, this is about a number 8. Well, let me see if I can get to my other toolkit. I promise I will video. We'll have to do the battery. So that is a number 6. Is that a 6? Yep. So number 6, Allen. So I'm guessing we need handlebars. Well, we have one grip attached. Actually, I don't know if you guys can even see me. Maybe I'll move the camera around to the other side. Let's do that. Move stuff out of the way here. Get you zoomed in over there. You're looking right at the handlebar thing. This, that, and we'll get that. Okay, so this should just go down here like so. It should. Of course, I left that sitting over there. See if I can. So I'm just going to put these in here finger tight for now. Kind of lined up. Just so they don't flop upside down on me. Scratch up our pretty plastics and stuff like that. Okay, well that's that. So we have our left. Okay. So this, I'm guessing actually, I'll be darned. That is the turn signal is built into the clutch lever. Well, that's different. Okay, that's just your regular Phillips. We have flash. We do have a flash to pass. Horn is at the very bottom, which is nice. Turn signals. Looks like it may have something there. Oh, and then there's a choke cable in here. So where is the choke? Whoa. Bear with me, guys. Hey, you're doing this with me, so. And it says pull down. I'm looking here. Well, that's going to have to go like that. This is going to have to go here. So I need to get a Phillips, but it doesn't look like that cable is attached to anything. Am I missing something? Those are just zip ties and some sort of like bungee. We have this one. Well, let me see if I can make heads or tails of the picture. That picture sucks. It talks about the brake rubber. There's the turn signal. Okay, Lifen, you guys who were watching this, a little bit better instruction and definitely a little bit better pictures. So I don't know what that piece is. I'll show you guys here. Let me turn my camera around so I can see if you're seeing what I'm going to show you. We have a little round doohickey here. Ah! Clutch cable. This goes inside here and you can turn it down. Okay? Well, we figured that out. That was pretty quick and easy. Let me get a Phillips. And we should have, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and those are going to be 8 millimeters. I'll also get that while I'm over here. Okay. So let's take this off. Looks pretty straightforward. I don't know if you guys are seeing me or not, so let's move. Let's see if I can move this camera over a little bit. And move it. Sorry if I get my fat finger in the way there. There we go. I'm just taking these screws out of the bracket for the turn signals and the clutch lever, or not clutch lever, sorry, choke lever. Alright, so long screw goes in the back, short screw goes on the top back. Alright, so find that cord. Okay, so this thing goes, well, I'm guessing we need to take the handlebars back off because this piece has to slide over the bars. Well, isn't that just dandy? So, note to self, we do it again, before you put the handlebars on, slide that lever, this piece right here, and it's going to have to go, there's a flat side out, and then a part on the inside where the cable actually attaches to. That needs to be slid over the handlebars, because I really don't feel like trying to take the left grip off. So I'll just loosen this little plate up. See, good thing I put it on there finger tight, right guys? Now, if I can do this without dropping everything. Okay, so we're going to take this piece here, we're going to slide it in and over. Then we can set this back down on here. Kind of line that up. And there went my number 6 tool. It's always the way. Butterfingers. Yeah. Get in there, finger-ish. And I can pick up my drop tool. Okay, so you guys can see me. Just trying to line up the little marks on the bar there, so it grips good. Alright, so we got that piece there on. So now we just need to take the choke cable and run it. That's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to move the camera over. You just kind of put it in the slot and then let it wrap around. Of course I say that, and there we go. Okay, so that's there. And then it goes into a channel ish. There we go. Is that right? No, don't look right. I don't think that's going to spin. Maybe it will spin. Looks good there. Just doesn't look like it's sitting flush. And maybe get it once I pull it tight. Okay, so remember I said the long one was on the bottom and the short one was on the top. So just snug it up in here to keep it from popping back out, because I want to get the okay, I'm going to butt that right up to that. See if that goes. That's a better position. Yeah, but you know, we can always take it off and reposition it if need be. And it does pull up pretty tight. And the cable appears to be working. So it's a good sign, right? Probably should have loosened this one first. And I'll tighten the bottom one down. Now it's okay. Well, this one is going to be getting these pieces snapped together. Okay, we've got to be a trick to this. What am I missing? Okay, so that side's loose. I really didn't see if there was like a tab or a slot that was supposed to screw into, but I got the top there on. But the bottom, and maybe it'll draw it tight. Let's see. You know, I didn't even check to see if there was any holes or anything in here, so let's loosen this up. Sometimes they'll have notches and or holes in the bars for these things to go into, and there is a round hole there. So is there a round hole, or is there a peg on this part of the assembly? Let's take it apart and see. I have to turn the heat down. Getting kind of warm in here. Kind of toasty. Okay, does this have? Yes, it does. This does have a pin in here. Let's see if we can get the pinhole to line up. And looking at this slot, I'm going to bring you guys around here just so you can see what I'm talking about. Sorry if I'm jarring you around. Turn my thing around. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. And this piece right here is the piece you have to slide across the handlebar. And it just fits right inside here. But if you look, if I can get it in the picture, there is a hole. That hole's right there. And then there is a tab kind of right there in the center of the picture. So that is what I'm dorking with at the moment. Trying to see if I can get that in there and into position. So let's see here. Put you back over here. Okay, so we've got the clutch thing here. That doesn't look like anything particular. So it just rides right inside there. There is a notch, and I'm guessing that's where the two pieces come together for that. But what I'm trying to do is kind of squeeze it together and see if it goes into that hole. There it is. It's in the hole. Alright, so that's what you guys need to do. Kind of just wiggle it around until you feel it go into the slot. Hole, pin. You know what I'm talking about. And we'll have to pause this so I can get the battery charging. So once I'm done putting all these pieces on here, which I'll continue that, but everybody pretty much knows how to fill up the battery, so that in there is not rocket science. But I'll go ahead and get it filled and then put it on the charger. So at least we have a battery, working battery. Yeah, look at that. And choke cable does work. Woohoo! We're rocking right along, guys. Okay, so I'm going to pause this for a minute and go do the battery, and then I'll be back momentarily. Well, I decided, that was a very short away trip, to go ahead and show you guys for the benefit of anybody who has never done this before. And all the batteries are kind of a little bit different, but this one here has the packs, okay, and this rubber thing was on top of it, which will end up going over top of the battery. Alright, there's a little pin here, and I'm guessing you're supposed to poke the bottom of these once you're done. It doesn't really state. Okay, but anyway, all you do is these are they've got foil across the top of them, okay, and all you do is you put it up on your battery and push down, and it should break the seals, just like so. And the pin here, you should be able to use that to puncture holes in them so they drain. And yeah, I should be wearing gloves because I'm dealing with battery acid, but I haven't got any on me, so it's all good, right? Until it splashes up in my eye or something and hear me screaming like a baby. So we are filling right along. So hopefully it does not overflow, and they put the exact amount in there. It's getting there. This one's empty, this one's empty, this one's still about halfway full, this one's empty, empty, empty. So, let's give it a bigger hole, just for good measure. Some of these batteries, they come with a little tube, and you just hook it on top of the bottle of electrolyte, and you pour it in each individual cell. So, this one's getting there, it's just draining a little bit slowly. And then I can bring over, actually while I'm waiting for that to drain, let's get the battery charger. Alright guys, where did I put my battery charger? That's a good question. Where did I put my battery charger? Okay. Well, that truly is a mystery. Maybe I set it on my bench over here, which you can't see. Oh, okay. Well, it's on the table. Ah, I know where it's at, guys. It's charging a side-by-side battery. Genius! I forgot all about that. It was dead the other day. So, anyway, I do have another battery charger we can use. So we will just use this one. It does look like it's all done now. This is one of those it's for like a battery tender. It comes with extra leads. It works all right. Gets the job done. Okay, so let me make sure this is set for 12 volt. It's not an AGM, it's a normal battery. Okay, empty and no spillage. And then it tells you right on here, do not open. So let's get these down in here. So you got it like that. It tells you not to open it, but it was open to put it on it. So, and yeah, if you guys ever need to get electrolyte, you can get it at Advance. They sell it. Just tell them you want electrolyte. You tell them you want to fill a battery, half time they ain't going to have a clue what the hell you're talking about. So you have to be explicit and tell them electrolyte. So that, I think I'm going to get a little hammer there and give it a little tap, tap, tappy. Last thing we want is battery acid flying out from under our asses, right? Just get a little tap, tap, tappy down. Until it's nice and flush. Look at that. I was told I can't be gentle. Okay, so red to positive, black to negative, and it says it is at 75%. So we are making some progress, guys. Okay, so let me spin you back around. We're going to move boxes out of my way, and we're going to put on the clutch cable. So for that, we will need this and 2 of the 8mm screws, bolts, nuts, whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this just goes up here, and this is actually labeled up. So, with an arrow. So there's no mistaking what is up and what is down. We'll put this on. Snug it in case we want to turn it. Tell you what though guys, this is a hell of a lot easier to put together than the KPM. Because KPM you had to put the headlight on and you have all the wiring stuff in there, and that was a major pain in the ass. But that feels pretty good right there. So we'll tighten that down. Then we will move to the other side. So we have a battery charging. Then I'll have to put gas on it, and then I'll have to get it off of the stand. So that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Okay, now if I go over this way, make sure you can see what I'm doing. And okay, the grip is attached. The key is attached. I need, what did I do with those side cuts? So far guys, nothing too major. Pretty straightforward. We'll throw that over there. We're going to put our key down in there so we don't lose that. Then we'll get this other bracket because I know I'm going to need it. Okay, so we have the same over here. Aw, man. I knew something was going to come back to bite me in the ass. Guess what? Let's take the handlebars off again. Because this piece right here that I'm holding in my hand is not going to stretch enough to get it over the bar. So, you know, you would have thought I would have remembered that from when I put the Expect together and the KPM together. I'm old. So, cut me some slack. But easy enough. That's 4 bolts. Comes off pretty easy. So, now what we're going to do is we're just going to lift it up. And silly me is going to unscrew this thing and not have everything fall off of my seat. Okay, so I'm holding it this way, so bottom front. Just talking to myself, make sure, because that's a short screw. Okay. Did I tell you I like the color? It is very close to that sunburst orange that I painted that CB500. Okay, so they're both the same size. Good to know. Alright, so we're going to peel that apart. See if we can wiggle this over here a little bit. Get some room to do just what I was hoping not to do. Take off the throttle cable. Oh well, no biggie. We'll get it back on there. It's not that big of a deal until it falls to where you can't reach it. And then that sucks. So pull it out with the Of course, guys, I have to get a pair of needle nose pliers so I can pull it back out. No biggie. Okay, so let's get our cable back up so I can reach it and not let go of it this time. Slide that up there, and then position our switch, which is not that way. Or is it that way? Yeah, there's the one side. And here is the other. So let's get this back on here so it doesn't come back off. Sometimes you need more than one hand. Okay, we're back in there. So this needs to go down. Actually, no, this needs to go up first. There, like that. And then put that over there. And this one is the same. It has the same little pin in the handlebar. So just kind of move it around to get the pinhole to line up. Get it to drop in there. Yep, I think it dropped in. Maybe. What the heck? Oh, stupid cable. There we go. Cable kind of popped out of the hole. Get that back in there. And see if we can find our locating pin. I'm searching. I'm sure I could say something. Okay, promise spinning good. Just gotta find that hole. And it's on. Okay, so this is definitely gonna turn around more. Well, that was no big deal. That was just the brake clutch, brake lights. Come on, man, go in the hole. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is set these up here. Kind of put the plate back on so we can keep the bars from turning. And that locating pin, I believe, is at the bottom. So at least we have it on the bar, and we can deal with it from there. Okay, so now let's see, where's the pin? Pin is right there. Okay, so that should be locked into place. And don't forget to remind me to hook up the brake lights, cables. Just kind of grab your bar, make sure your start and everything are good. This one side seems off though. I don't see how that's going to pull tight. No, something's binding because the throttle's not turning. And see, when you have a Lyfen bike, you know, because these bikes really are put together well, and everything should be flush, and it is. So that's a good indicator you've done something wrong. So there we go, and that was the indicator. I had the side, the throttle was kind of stuck. Put that up. Okay, what's next? This is next. So we're just gonna bend our pins back because silly me went cray-cray on it. They're just the two spade connectors. They come right off. No worries. Okay, so we got that on. Then we have the same bracket that was on the other side with the up arrow. So I'm just going to put that on, get a screw in here. So I'll drop it. Get a screw in here. Well, I'm kind of out on the turn signals being integrated. I think it's kind of cool looking, but you know, if you drop your bike, it's definitely going to snap them things right off. But you know, they do make fork brackets, which I think I actually have some around here somewhere. They do make fork brackets, and you could relocate. I don't even know if you can see my finger here. I'll move you around here in a sec. Show you what I'm talking about. And just relocate the turn signals to the forks. And you want to position that, well, and these are adjustable, so you'll be able to turn them down if they're aiming too high. And nice. They had a little piece of rubber over the brake lever, keep it from getting scratched up. Okay, guys, we have a brake, we have a throttle that works, we have a clutch lever that is clutching, and we have a choke lever that is choking. Look at all them funnies. Okay, now we got some mirrors. Our rear view mirrors, guys. Okay, so let's take a look here. One is blue, and one is clear. So, is one mirror color coded? So I'm guessing that mirror would go on the left side, because if you do it over here on the right side, it's going to be not right. So these look to be about maybe a 12 mil. Let's see. No, it's bigger. Maybe it's 14. Maybe it's a 14. And you'll need two. Yeah. I thought at one point I had lost my other 14 millimeter, but I found it. Okay, so this ain't no big deal. Just put them in here and spin them down. And they're double adjustable. So you've got the bottom nut here, and then you got the top one. So you can adjust them out or down or however you want. So I'm just going to spin these out so I can keep turning it down. That is in. And we'll just put this one down. And we'll take 14 mil here, tighten the base one, and we'll spin this around to what we think it's going to be. And turn that one around. Turn it the other way. Oop. So I gotta go. This way. These are reverse thread. So instead of righty tighty, lefty loosey, it's lefty tighty, righty loosey. Okay, so stick that down there for now. We'll do more touch-up adjustments later. We're just throwing this together, guys. Okay, this one's already loose. So as you're tightening that bottom piece down, you have to spin the mirror out. Okay, so that's tight. And we'll tighten that down. And like I said, we can always readjust them later, so that's no big deal. But we got mirrors on, guys. I'm gonna pick that toolbox up. Battery says we're still at 75% and charging. So we have handlebars on, and I probably ought to tighten those down while I'm thinking about it before I forget. Let me get my 3/8 inch. Then I'll probably have to go get Mommy, Potty Mama, and have her help me lift this off the cart here. I could probably lift it off by myself, but we don't want to take any chances, right? Scratch it up. Okay. I probably will tighten these down even more later once I get it off here and get it adjusted. So I'll need them side cuts again. Trash over here. Cut that off and reveal the back rack. Make sure you see me back here. Okay. So far, none of this has been complicated. Just remember to put the choke lever on before you put the handlebars on, and then put the throttle on before you put the handlebars on. So we have a little rack back here. It says made in China, max weight 11 pounds. Woohoo! So fat people like me don't sit on the rack back there. Okay, so we're going to put the key in here and see if that does release the. Yes, it does. So the key releases the seat, which is nice. Okay, so I'm going to leave the seat off for the moment because we will have to put the battery down there, and the seat's actually really nice. Check this out, guys. It's even got red stitching in it. Fancy. It feels like some nice pleather. That's nice. So what else we got under here? We got the battery. Do we have any like storage for the toolkit? That's what I'm looking for. There's the air filter's over here on my left side where my hand is. And the battery has to go down on that tray. And maybe that toolkit will just sit down in here. Let's see. I got another burrito tube, you know, but the toolkit may fit down in here. I don't know. We'll have to see once we get the battery in. Take all of our plastic stuff off here, and see if I can pull it out of there without it leaving shards of plastic stuff. Okay, that one came out. Taking off the back lights. That turn signal needs to go down, I'll tell you right now. That's gonna be kind of cool if them lights light up. Kind of liking that. Pull all of our little wrappers off here. Take the one off the speedometer. They don't have one on the light. That's a nice looking bike, guys. That is even bigger. That looks to be about a 16 or 17 millimeter. Oh, where did I put my 17? No. So it's 16. You have my 16. We're just going to loosen this up because I tell you right now it's aiming up towards the sky. Does that lock into there or something? I wonder if there is some other adjustment on that, because to me, well, maybe it is straight. I don't know. Let me put you guys around front. Yeah, turn signals there. Do they look straight to you? Let me set you down so you're not on the level, which I think my tripod may be crooked too, but it looks to me like the left one is tipping up a little bit. So I did loosen it, but it's got a notch in it, so it's preset to a certain, so maybe this bar here, maybe that's better. It still looks like it looks like it's tipping up. So maybe there's an adjustment under here, but it looks like it needs to. Well, I can dork with that later. I still got to take all this stuff down. But it definitely has a notch in it, so this thing doesn't move, so it doesn't spin around. So I'll deal with that later. But I'm going to move you guys out of the way so we don't get ran over. And then we are going to go get Hottie Mama. The battery is flicking between 75 and 100%, so it shouldn't take too much longer to charge that thing. So I will be back here momentarily. Alright guys, we've got it off the stand, and the battery charger says it's blinking close to 100%, so that's good enough for me. We'll go ahead and take it off the charger. We need a Phillips again. Take these screws out. We'll hook the battery up. And this one here is like really tight. Man, I think He-Man put that screw down in the battery post. Okay, so they're labeled positive and negative. So let's see how this battery, let me turn this around, make sure you guys are even seeing me. You are. So, positive, negative. Don't get it simpler than that. I always put my negatives on first. Not that it really matters, but that's just how I did it. See if that bites and grabs it. Or I'm going to need to get a screwdriver under there. Probably have to get a screwdriver under there. Let's see. I'm using a tiny flathead. Just to get some leverage under it. Now, I will tell you, I cheated. I did put gas in it. But, you know, the way I look at it, if you need to watch a video to put gas in your motorcycle, then you definitely need to watch a lot more videos. It still didn't bite, still didn't grab it. And I figured I'd turn this on because sometimes putting these batteries in can be a pain in the ass. Put my fat body down on it so I can get it to grab. Come on, bite. I think it's working. Okay. So we have a negative. Now we're just going to do the same thing for the positive side. Put your little boots back on there. Now, the positive side is probably going to be a little more trickier because I can't get the screwdriver down in there. But we'll see if it takes a bite. Howdy Mama did come out and help me get it off the stand. Let's see if this grabs. No, of course not. What is it? Nope. Let's see if I can shove this in because there ain't enough room in there to. There ain't enough cable slack to lift the battery out. So I'm trying to wedge it up in here. Of course, I probably could have turned that post sideways. But we'll see if I can get it to grab. I think, did it get it? No, I think it's a false alarm. Well, maybe it did. Yep, it got it. Okay, we'll loosen this back up a minute so I can get a little silicone boot out underneath it. There we go. And that is just a Phillips. Put the cover on. Now, I don't know if I showed you guys, but I'm going to take this toolkit, said toolkit, we're going to put it down in here and see if we can shut the seat down on it. And actually the seat is really slick. I do like the design of the seat. Kudos to Cape Lifen for doing it this way. It actually has a lock mechanism, so you just put it on here and push it up into the front. Get it. There's a hole there. And it locks right in place. So the toolkit does fit underneath there, and there is a spot. Let's see if you can see it. See if it's showing up right here. You just put the key in, turn it, and it pops the seat right up. So now key is in the ignition. Well, look at that, guys. We got flashing. We got flasher. We got four-way flashers on this thing. Let's see here. Let's see if they're showing. Yeah, and we got the front ones flashing. So that must be where? Where are the flashers at? There they are. Okay, so your flashers are on the right side, and then you have the turn signals, and it looks like they may. Okay, now you turn them and you hit the button. Let me see if I can even show you even seeing that. Let me turn you back up here. On the left here, you got your turn signals where my thumb is. And you got a button in the center, so when you turn them on, you just hit the button and it pops it right back. The display is blue. Let me see if I can get you over here. So we have a blue display. It does show your fuel, miles, gear, miles per hour, and your RPM kind of sweeps across the top. So I don't know what these buttons do. That must be clear. Maybe this changes your color. Let's press buttons. Now that changes to kilometers per hour. Now we're at miles per hour. Press and hold this one. And that is setting the clock. I'm guessing. Yep, that's the clock. I don't even know what time it is, guys. Let me look at my phone. It is 8:05 p.m. So let's change this to 8:05. Press and hold. Press and hold. Okay, now can you change the color on the display though? I'm trying to press on both of them. I know on the expect you can change the color, but maybe on this one you can't. Okay, well, I'm guessing not. So you just flick through the odometer here and your miles, but it doesn't appear as though you can change the blue coloring, because I know on the expect you can change it to like orange and maybe another color. So anyway, so you just press and hold that one. Oh, there we go. Just tap it once. So we got orange, we got blue, and we got orange. So since it's an orange bike, I'm going to leave it orange, and I like it better. I think it's backlit. It looks better. So, okay. Turned it back off. Let me turn the fuel on. Fuel is now turned on. So we're going to let that fill up the float bowl. I'm going to give it some gas here. Okay, we're just letting it fill. Because this, like I said, this thing is carbureted. It is not fuel injected. But let's go ahead and turn the key on. And we're going to turn a light on, headlight, and see how it looks. There's your flash to pass. So how do you turn the headlights on? Maybe they come on when the bike's running. So we do have, oh, check that out, man. Those are some cool, that's cool looking. So we can sit you right here. We can check the turn signals. Both front and back are working. Other side, front and back are working. Here is the flash to pass. That's working. Horn's working. And I'm guessing when we start this thing, this right here where I got my finger, either they're going to light or they're not going to light. So I don't see any wires coming up from out under there, but I don't imagine it would be too hard to put some LEDs in there. I don't see any lights in it, but well, there's Hottie Mama.
Yeah. Oh, they don't work.
Well, I don't know. We'll find out. Hold on a minute. Let's say hi to everybody. All right, guys. So we're getting ready to start it up on its first.
Look, they look like lightning bolts.
They do look like lightning bolts. It's like super badass. Let me crack the door a little bit. Okay, fuel's turned on. Key is on. I'll turn the choke on. So we have choke, clutch is in, switch is turned on. Oh, guess what? We got flashers.
Cute.
Check that out, man. Ain't
Yeah,
that
they're
cool?
bright too.
Yeah, and we have a horn.
Oh, it works.
We have the flash to pass button.
Wow, that's bright.
It does have a neutral indicator
Oh, good.
and a gear indicator. So we have no lights here.
Yeah.
So even though it says DOT, there's no lights in here. So I've got it, it's on choke, and we're running. No, we're not running. But you guys can hear it.
That headlight's bright.
It is bright. Somebody was saying that the headlight wasn't that bright. That's pretty freaking bright. That's high beam, that's low beam right there.
Okay.
So what do you think, Hottie Mama? We're going to have to put lights down here,
I know, I wish they worked.
wire in some LEDs.
That'd be really cool.
There you go, guys. We have a put together running KP Mini. Let's do a little walk around now that we've got it together. So you can see we've got the low beams are on. These do not light up, and they fool us just like the Kymcos and make you think there's lights there. But I think over in Europe they are mandatory, so they do work over there, but not here. Hey babe, you want to hit the brake light so we can see what that looks like? So that's the rear lights. Oh, that is bright. Those
Yeah.
back lights are really super bright. So that looks good. And then it's got your running lights in the back, so people see you there. Nice and bright.
So, what's the center?
That's the brake light. So
Yeah.
here. Huh?
Oh, so, okay, so
Yeah,
when
here.
you,
Hold
is
it.
all three of them?
Hold the camera right there and I'll show you. So when you hit the brakes,
Oh, wow, yeah.
yeah, super
That's
bright.
great. Yeah.
Because I know what bike were you riding, and you couldn't.
That was a,
Was it the Kymcos, or was
No.
it the Benelli?
no. It was Kymco, I think.
I think it was the Kymco. You couldn't even tell when the sun was hitting it that the brake lights were even on. So, but there we go, guys. And it is carbureted, so pretty impressed with that. It does have a petcock right there where my foot is. Pretty stoked. So the next video, part 2, will be putting the helmet cam on and taking her for a ride. So thanks for sitting with me on this and putting it together. And as you've seen, it wasn't really that big of a deal. It's pretty straightforward. Hope you'll get the little tips and tricks, especially about that choke cable. the handlebars and putting the right side on. So, but other than that, looks good, guys. Can't wait to take it for a ride. So we'll see you on the next part 2 of this. Have a good one. All right, folks. Well, I know I ended that video, but I had those other couple of tie straps, which those are pretty obvious. They just go around the wires on the handlebars. But I have no idea what these little, if I can show you here, these little like rubber bandy things. I have no idea what those go to. We have a hose clamp of sorts right here. I don't know what that goes to. And then we have this like little knob thing here. So I don't know what that goes to. But I will try to find out and see if I can get some clarification on those 4 pieces. I don't think they're anything critical. I've looked over the bike and I can't see anything obvious as to where they would go. The 4 little caps go on the handlebar thing, which KPM has that, so I knew where those went. But yeah, I don't. I thought they may have been battery hold downs or something like that, but they're not. So I don't know. But so if I do find out, and I will try to find out, then I will post another video explaining what those pieces are and where they are supposed to go. So anyway, that's that. I'm going to wrap that back up. So this is actually the end of part 1. I will append this to the other video and look forward to taking it out hopefully tomorrow. Get the helmet cam on. We'll take it for a little buzz and see how she runs. So I will talk to you guys soon.